What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a fun one. Today, we are showcasing a Flayer Lifesteal Partbreaker Great Sword build. I'm calling this the Immortal Vampire because it is a little different than my Lance build. Now, the Lance build itself is cool, don't get me wrong, but this one feels better. And the reason it feels better is because it's just meatier. You get to use the Great Sword, you get the big Oonga Boonga numbers, and it feels good. So let's go ahead and showcase it. We have my Rarity 8 Sleep Guardian Great Sword. This has 3 attack, 1 element, 2 element, 3 element, and 2 sharpness. It's not perfect. It could be better. It could have more attack rolls. But honestly, I really like it. So, like, I haven't gone for a better one. Unpopular opinion. I don't mind the Guardian system how it is. However, I think there needs to be some sort of bad luck protection. I have rolled, I don't know how many charge blades. It doesn't matter. Anyways, back to the build. We have the Arkveld Helm Beta. I know, haven't seen that in a while. The Arkveld Mail Beta, Guardian Arkveld Vambraces Beta, the Guardian Arkveld Coil Beta, and the Uthduna Gamma Wildgreaves from Arch-Tempered Uthduna, with the Chainblade Charm 2 for Flayer, and a Corrupted Mantle, but you can kind of use whatever you want. Because it's a 9-star, I opt for Mending Mantle. I don't require it. I just think it is more beneficial. And because I've been doing a lot of hunts with random people, I want to make sure that I'm not the one carding. So I opt to use the Mending Mantle. Now, as far as decorations go, I have very, very specific ones for the 9-star monsters, especially on your weapon. On your weapon, you want Gambit Iron Wall for punishing draw and guard, Shield Iron Wall for guard up and guard, and then Razor Sharp Iron Wall. You do not need Razor Sharp on Greatsword. If you are going to be using a different weapon, I would recommend it. Personally, part of the reason I went with Razor Sharp Iron Wall is because Razor Sharp, it just takes away, on average, half of the time. I'll show you guys. Razor Sharp, 50% of the time, there is a chance you don't lose sharpness, which is huge. And in 9-star monsters, where you guys are fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, you might not get the opportunity to sharpen without putting yourself in a really bad spot. Punishing Draw adds a stun effect to draw attacks and slightly increases your attack power. Not a huge thing, but it is nice, and it pairs very, very well with our Quick Sheath maxed out thanks to the Uthduna Wildgreaves legs. And then obviously we have Guard, and we have Guard Up. The reason for both of these, this one lets you block unblockable attacks, and it reduces the damage by a large amount. And then Guard, which prevents how far you get knocked back. The reason we run Razor Sharp on Greatsword is because when you guard with Greatsword, the amount of sharpness you lose is variable to the amount that you are knocked back. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The reason you don't lose sharpness on Lance and Gun Lance is because the shield is big enough, you quote-unquote don't get knocked back. On Greatsword, Charge Blade, Sword and Shield, your character actually moves backwards when you get hit. Because of that, this reduces the impact, and it also doesn't, leave you completely stamina drained. So, Hunting Horn, we don't talk about. We have 2 Tenderizer Jewels, 1 Flayer Jewel, we have 3 Destroyer Jewels, and then we have 7 Defense Jewels. The reason for this is because at Defense level 7, we have plus 10%, plus a bonus of 35, plus all elemental resistances. Now, you'll see that I have 436 defense, which is a lot. For these hunts, for these 9-stars, this is an egregious amount. It's nice. It's good to have. But you'll also notice level 1, level 7, level 5, level 1, level 7. I have 2 pieces of gear that have in the 60s for defense. You can make this even better by maxing out your gear. I just haven't, and I am loving this build. Now, the way this works, we've gone over everything. Let's go over the stats, skills. The way things work is like this. You have Flayer, level 5. It makes it easier to inflict wounds. The reason that's important is because it'll also help you do additional non-elemental damage when you hit it. Partbreaker. Do more damage to wounds, especially when you're doing a focus strike. Arkveld's Hunger. Regenerate a small amount of your health as you continually attack a monster. Recovery varies by weapon. Great Sword is slow. If you played Monster Hunter World Iceborne, you know with the health augments, the Lifesteal health augments, whenever you would hit with Great Sword, if you hit your True Charge Slash, it basically would heal you to full. The idea is that in Wilds. But there's also one more piece to the puzzle. Guardian Arkveld's Vitality. Restore a moderate amount of health when destroying a wound on a large monster. So, not only are you creating wounds easier, you are also doing extra damage with them. By the way, it's significantly easier. I've noticed it. It helps. Partbreaker, which makes it to where you do even more damage when you break one of those wounds. You have Quick Sheath, to where you can keep putting your weapon away, running, and then smacking, thanks to Punishing Draw, increasing the stun power and the raw attack from it. Okay? You heal, not every time you hit, but a lot of times. And then whenever you break a wound, you also heal off of that. And you have 430 plus defense if your armor looks like mine. This build's nuts. I have so much fun with this build, and I have yet to fail a hunt playing with randoms, at least of my own accord, because of it. That being said, let's go ahead and showcase this against one of those 9-star monsters, huh? This build does a lot of work, guys, I'm telling you. Like 339 right there. You can see here, we got hit for a sizable amount. We're just going to block it all. Look at that. Thanks to our guard skills, we were able to eat that entire roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the weapon away. Roll out that. Go for a head swing. We get hit again. Granted, we have a myriad of buffs going on because of the absolute Giga Chad in our lobby right now using the hunting horn. But even without those buffs, I kind of wish he wasn't here, to be honest, so that we could showcase how well it works. But that's okay. Okay, guys. So, we are going to get hit a couple of times by this, so I can show you. We're going to go down below our little line. Go. One more should do. Perfect. Now that our health is low, we're going to go ahead and turn it off. Standby mode. Disable. Fly. Cool. You guys can see I no longer have recovery. The dummy is just standing. So, we turn in and hit. We're 2 hits in, nothing yet. 3 and 4. We don't get healed from our attacks yet, but we've now created a wound. On creating the wound, you can see we're at about, I don't know, a quarter of our health. If we hit the wound, we gained what I would call probably about 18 to 20% of your health. It's not exactly a quarter, but it's also not exactly 15%. You gain a little bit. The reason I say that this build was better when you were playing by yourself is because you can control when your wounds break. Now, if we just keep attacking, you'll see that eventually, on one of these hits, we'll get some health back. Boom. Just like that. Which I actually believe was about the 3rd set in the combo. So, it seems like every couple of hits, you'll be able to get your health back. Every couple of hits, you'll get a wound. And you can see both of them procs right there. This was about 2 to 3 combo sets apart from each other. Mix this with the monster falling asleep, your mending mantle, and your ability to put it to sleep. And you can see where everything kind of comes together. Because right there, after 5 hits, we got another heal. It just kind of varies. It just kind of depends. You guys tinker with it. Maybe there's a better weapon to do this with. But you guys can kind of see what I was going for. And once again, you see both of them proc. The idea behind this is that if you are aggressive and if you stay aggressive, you will end up being rewarded for that. So, with that in mind, this is probably not 100% meta, but the idea behind it is superb. Just give it a shot. Give it a shot and tell me what you guys are thinking. That being said, thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell.